Memorial Day weekend, cookouts, shootouts, all that good stuff going down in Atlanta. Hey.
No, thank you.
Yes, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, indeed.
It's a hit. What's good? Smoking Aces. What's good?
What's good? What's good?
Young Hive Mind. What up, bro?
What's good? I definitely forgot to turn on the badges, but what's good?
Oh no, it's all good.
I'm not going out to
yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Listen, man. It's another episode of UnQuantized podcast. It is another Friday, and boy,
it's dinner. Hold on. Did your sound go out? Hold on. What happened? Oh. I think Oracle, you dropped out on the Zoom. Okay, there we go. Boom. Yo.
Yep, there we go.
All right, cool.
Bet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, fire. All right.
We bike.
All right. Now, as I was saying, it's Memorial Day weekend. Matter of fact, Instagram, if you can hear me, hit the 111 if you can hear me on the gram.
Yes, sir.
So, yo, what you got planned this weekend on some Memorial Day shit?
Man, one, I forgot that was this week. I've been on the lazy train, bro. I'm not even gonna front. Right. We need to talk about giving yourself breaks because I'm terrible at it.
You gotta take the breaks. Oh, I'm down to talk about that for sure.
I think I worked myself into a forced break because I've been off all this week. So I've been doing the bare minimum. I've been coasting. Space goes coast to coast. I've been chilling, playing video games, and making music. That's it.
Well, man, on some real shit. First of all, thank you everybody for the 111. Shout out to Zulu. Shout out a dope consultation with him yesterday. But let's get into it, man. Let's talk about those breaks. Let's talk about those breaks. So correct me if I'm wrong, but when you first kind of fell into this break, because no one really plans to go on a break unless it's a vacation. Once you fell into it, did you feel guilty?
I did. I still do, bro. I'm terrible at not working, bro. And it sucks because I feel like all of my hobbies are related to my job. So like for fun, I make beats, you know what I mean? And then I do like design and like e-commerce. And that's what I do for fun too. So it's like, I be wanting to relax, bro. And it's still like, feel like I'm doing work. I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to make a beat for the fun of it. Then I'd be like, it turns into a whole, I'm down here trying to cook up something for some specific, you know, it becomes a thing. And I think I work myself up into like, I was going crazy. We had just learned some new stuff. I was going crazy. And then I think I hit a wall. I'm like, bro, I ain't feel like doing nothing at all this week.
I can't blame you. So 2 things. Number 1, you need breaks. It's easy to get burnt out. Whether you are having success in the music industry or whether you're just starting in the music industry or anywhere in between, you're going to reach a certain point of burnout. So my advice to young Trizza, and this is the advice I had to start learning to give myself maybe a year or 2 ago. If you're going to take a break, take the break. Because what often happens is we're supposed to be doing some stuff and then you're just like, man, I'm burnt out. So you might take a day here or a day there where you're not really doing all the stuff you had planned, but you never gave yourself permission to not work. Right. So what you end up doing is having days where you're not accomplishing what you're supposed to be accomplishing and you felt bad throughout the day. So you didn't do anything, but you never technically got to enjoy that day because you felt guilty. And if you're anything like me, you're like, all right, well, at 6 o'clock, I might start doing this, or 7 o'clock, I might start doing this. The second I was like, yo, I'm going to take these 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. I give myself permission to not do X, Y, and Z and only do whatever I want to do. And then you feel good. You don't have that guilt because you're going to spend that time regardless. So you might as well spend it guilt-free. Right. You know, so now when I feel a break coming on, because it's never really planned, I'm just like, all right, 72 hours, however many hours or days or whatever, done. Yeah, guilt-free, man. You got to give yourself guilt-free breaks.
Right. And I think part of it is going to sound weird, bro. For the first time, I've been ahead on a lot of business stuff to where I'm ahead further. So I feel like I'm like trying to find stuff to do. Like I'm not used to not having so much to do. So it feels weird just to like sit down and not really do nothing. Like, oh, you tell me I'm gonna play video games for 3 hours. I feel like, all right, I got to do 20 other things. But it's like, bro, I was doing so much stuff before to kind of, you know what I mean? Like get ahead and schedule up a little bit. Now I feel like, all right, this feels weird. This feels wrong. Like I need to be doing something else and keep going. But I'm gonna do what you said. I'm just gonna lean in. I'm gonna let the weekend finish out, and then I'm back at it.
And it's a holiday weekend too. Ain't no point in being like, yo, all right, this weekend I'm getting back on my shit.
Yeah, right.
No. Let's see, Oracle. I finished the mixing course. Spent damn you. I lost.
Oh, he said I spent the whole week sleeping and binge watching Pokemon. Great choice.
See, there you go. Guilt-free. That's the thing. That if you didn't take anything else away from that, when you take breaks, take guilt-free breaks, or else you're just being stressful. You're stressing yourself out and you're being unproductive.
Mountain bike trail. I need to get back on trail. And I also didn't do anything this week as far as that. Normally I'm out here 3-4 days out the week on the trail. Yeah.
Man, no, you'll be fine. And you was ahead of the game. So
Smoking Aces asks a good question. He says, how do you feel about how do you actually get over the feeling of missing out on potential opportunities?
Well, one way is to not be behind on stuff. It's kind of hard to take breaks and free yourself mentally when you're behind on things. Also, I don't know, not every opportunity is going to be life or death. Not every single opportunity is going to be make or break. And I know we're in the industry of, the grind don't stop and no sleep and all that crazy shit. But at the end of the day, man, like you're just a human being. And also I don't know about you, but I work hard personally for freedom. And there is no greater sign of freedom than not saying yes to everything. The ability to, the more you can say no to is a greater sign of your success. Also, wait, hold on. So you don't want to say yes to everything. You could say no to certain opportunities. And also, I mean, just not everything is going to be that big a deal.
Right.
You relaxing and getting your mind right is a huge deal. And so when I take breaks, I do them in a way where I force myself to not be fearful about what's going on. No FOMO. Also, very little social media.
Oh yeah.
Very little social media. It is tough to take a break from work, because I'm pretty sure everybody here, your social media is other producers or people in music doing the thing that you are not doing right now.
And all you seeing is work. People in the studio, you feel like, dang, I'm missing out.
Right. Hey man, you got to remember to treat yourself as a human being, and you work hard so you don't have to work like a damn slave every day of your life.
Right.
Get comfortable, get a glimpse of that freedom that you work so hard for. Get it to the point. Now, if you're at the point where you can't take 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, then you probably got to work a little bit harder on what you're doing currently. But once you start getting to those points where you can take a little bit of time here, a little bit of time there to spend with your family, passion projects, whatever you want to do, to me, that's a sign of success, because that's a sign of freedom. So, and the longer I can take my hands off the wheel without things falling apart is also an indicator. Because if you are constantly micromanaging everything and doing everything yourself in your business, you don't know how well your business can survive if you were to suddenly not be able to do it every day. So sometimes you got to take your hand off the wheel and just check your alignment,
Yeah. Now that was one good thing I realized. I was like, the ship is still moving, even though I ain't been doing nothing.
Yeah.
I checked my social media. I was like, posts going out, the sale started. It was like all the stuff. I was like, I like this.
Yes.
But yes, I think everybody got to work on that though, that balance between like constantly working and then taking a break. I'm terrible at it. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm horrible at it, bro.
Yeah. I've gotten better, but it takes some time. It takes some time. Young Realistic in the building. I saw somebody say, "What up, Realistic?"
Hey, Young Simba got it. What up, bro?
What up? What up? What up? So yeah, but that was yeah, that's a good talk because we never talk about that. Like in this community, no one talks about taking breaks.
No, that's real.
Because it's viewed as a sign of weakness, or you're not grinding, or whatever. If you can sleep when you can afford to sleep, whatever people say, but that's simply not true. It's not a healthy way to live. And just remember what you're working for. You're working hard for freedom. You're working hard to spend time with family. You're working hard to do other things that you want to do. Do those things. You only get small glimpses to do them as you're grinding and building, but still you do get some time. And take the time. I just started doing that maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, because before it was you wake up, you work until you pass out, and then you just do it over, just keep doing it over and over and over again. But I'm like, dog, no.
Oh, I'm running back this year. December, I'm off the whole month of December, bro.
That worked, right? Yeah. It worked last year. Yeah,
because man, normally I would be at the Thanksgiving table with my laptop working right there at Thanksgiving.
See, that's no good for the fam. That's no good for the family. And that's one thing I had to learn too. There's been plenty of times I wanted to skip certain shit just because I had work to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Nah, bro. Can't do that. Can't do that. All right. I know we got something going on here. I've been.
No, that was necessary though. Let's see what game you playing. Yeah, I've been playing No Man's Sky. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of it. It's a very random game, but I love it.
Tristan tried to get me into it, and it sounds awesome. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It's kind of the jam.
Yeah.
Let's see. Your body will force you to take a break. That is facts.
Yep, that's a fact.
That is facts. Young IDK, what up, bro?
I definitely gotta get better with enjoying it. Yeah, that's Young Realistic. Yeah, when he takes off. Yeah, he be stressing. That's a hard working dude. But he'd be like, yo, this week or this weekend, I got something going on. I'm like, yo, man, take that time, bro. Take that time. Man, it's important, bro. You get it done. So, man, take that time.
All right. Zulu Child says Trizza feeding his laptop sweet potato pie. Yeah, I know. Young Beats Music, what up, bro? So, okay, we had some couple stuff happened in the news. Dmx album drop. I ain't really get the all the way chance to peep it.
I heard it. I heard it. Yeah. It was, first of all, I'm happy. I'm happy they were able to get it out so quickly. Yeah. I don't know when the release date was originally supposed to be. It could have been what was it, yesterday? Today. Well, technically today that it came out. It could have been today. But if not, either way, it's just good timing with his passing and how fast the album came out. Shout out to everybody, who worked on it. It was a whole bunch of features on that album.
Oh yeah.
Whole bunch.
You know who I was expecting to be on there? What was Dame Grease? Is that the right guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Make the Beats, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know when the last time Dame Grease did a beat for DMX. It could have been as recent as the last album, or it could have been a million years ago. I didn't really keep tabs on that relationship, but I did like even in the beginning, man, I love Dame Grease, and I think his crew was called Vacant Lot. It was him and somebody else. It was like two of them, and they were fire.
Yeah.
This before Swizz came in.
Oh, so
yeah, they were fire, man. So Dame Grease, Vacant Lot, and all them. Shout out.
You know who a producer who every time I hear them, and it's like I know their beats, is Denon Porter.
Oh, of course,
bro. I heard the first 3 seconds of that joint on the DMX. I was like, oh, I know who made that. I know exactly who made it. I don't know what it is about his sound. It's like that.
Yo, why is someone calling me? Hold on. There we go.
How do you feel about that Nas feature, Oracle?
Wasn't really feeling it, man. Not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I think there's like a curse in my mind. There's a curse with Jay-Z and Nas songs together. Something always throws it off a bit much for me. Maybe my expectations be too high, because it's not like the songs are terrible or anything like that, but it's just kind of like, oh, this is a favorite thing and this is a favorite thing, and then we put those two things together, even if it's a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10, you kind of feel shorted. Maybe it's just me, but that was like the Nas and Kanye thing together. Now, while this song was nowhere close to how I felt about the Nas and Kanye joint, I just I don't know, man. I personally don't want to see any more Jay-Z Nas collabs, because in my mind they've done this maybe 4, 5 times, something like that, and once, 1.5 times, I thought it was good.
A lot recently too, because then they had the DJ Khaled one just recently.
Yep, yeah. They did.
Yeah,
and for me, like on the Khaled one, Jay-Z was fine, Nas was fine. The beat was fine, but it was just like a replay of Songcry. Kind of. So I'm just like, it, like I said, it's always something that's gonna like kind of sabotage it for me. Like if it was a total different beat or something that I had heard before, or maybe even if it had drums in it, because I don't even think that song had drums in it, or something like that. But like it's always just something that throws it off for me. So it's like a lottery joint that I keep playing and I never win. I'm like, I'm just gonna stop playing this game.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping in the comments, by the way, because I know that's a polarizing thing, a bit of a polarizing statement.
And the Nas and Jay-Z drop at the same time theory is still going. It has not failed yet.
Yeah, now Jay-Z is just like, oh, they're on to me. So now I'm just gonna do it, but I'm just gonna do it on
featuring.
The thing material. Yeah. Yep, exactly. It's literally same time as you now.
So okay, someone earlier had asked how do we feel about the J. Cole album. I ain't even going front. I haven't listened to it yet. I listened to like one with the Diplomat sample with Cam talking in the beginning.
Yeah, that was like the first joint. Yep.
Bro, I was mad that I didn't hear Cam rap. Once I realized Cam didn't rap, I was like, it kind of messed me up with the song.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect.
Sad.
Even if it was just at the end or hidden. You know how they used to do hidden tracks back in the day?
Yeah. Oh, those are fun,
bro.
Dang.
Yeah, good times.
Dog, you would have a cassette or a CD, and you think the last song go off, and you see that joint keep playing, like, oh, fast forward, hidden song. Can't do that now on streaming.
That's facts. The Lil Baby joint goes crazy. Yeah, Lil Baby did slide in that verse. Those are the two that I heard. I haven't heard the rest of it.
Yeah, he said, shout out to Just Be Man No DJ. He said that album was too. Listen, man, I thought it was just me, and it could still just be me and B Man and Trizza. It's just us. I think, you know how we talking about taking breaks from work. I think I need to take a break from listening to certain types of music. Because sometimes I feel like I'm being given or I'm being offered things that are really top shelf in quality, and I feel ungrateful. Now, while it's still my personal opinion, and I'm like, I don't really like this or that for whatever reason, and it'd be legit reasons, but I feel ungrateful. Like this is some shit somebody took a year, maybe more. This is the best of the best out of the million songs they did, and now they serving it to me, and I'm like, I feel like that's a real ungrateful ass stance to take. But at the same time, I don't want to be like fake about it. You know exactly. So it's tough to disagree with things or not like things as much as you feel like you should. And that's where I am with the J. Cole album. Honestly, it's where I am with J. Cole in general. I think he's super dope, super talented. Nothing's wrong with the music. It's good. I just don't feel like I like him as much as I should like a rapper. I'm
the same way. Like, I know the talent is there, and I know it's good music. It just, for me, it doesn't. I don't get that. Like, I have to listen to this person. Yeah. Like, it's certain people where I'm just like, if they put out a song, even if it's terrible, Future put out a song, right? It could be the worst Future song. I'm going to give it a shot, just because.
Always,
I associate Future with hits and like a certain vibe, and not saying. I mean, I know different kind of artists, but I feel like he's somewhere in between. He's not like Logic, where I don't relate to anything that he's making, and he's not all the way over here where I super rock with you. He's kind of in the middle of like, I respect the talent, just not my vibe right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like feeling ungrateful. But at the same time, I like what I like, and I dislike what I dislike.
Beats Music says, I hate when Cole produces his own songs. That was my issue back in the day. I haven't heard this new one, so I don't know who did what.
Yeah, I don't know who did any of the production on here except for one song, and I believe T-Minus did that one.
I think they did. I think Boy Wonder maybe did the intro joint. I think that's Boy Wonder.
Yeah, Cole went on a long streak of just producing his own stuff. I remember I met J. Cole in LA in a session. And matter of fact, I think Jay put in a word for me. Shout out to Jay. Jay put in a word for me. So I chopped it over Cole, sent him a whole bunch of beats, and he heard a whole bunch of beats, and he loved them joints. Picked a couple, came out with an album months later, produced every single damn song on the album. He self-produced the entire album. But that's kind of like been his shit though.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about Nipsey? Y'all feel the same way about Nip?
No. Now I will tell you what I'm guilty of with Nip. Like a lot of people, just most people won't admit it. I will admit it. I wasn't as on or into Nip when he was alive as I know I would have been after I really started paying attention to him. Right. Unfortunately, after he passed, because then you couldn't stop hearing
his music.
So everything I heard, I'm like, man, that's cold. And then like, okay, no, I heard that one before and I liked it. Damn, never heard that. And then I'm like, I should have been into Nip, man. I should have really been into Nip. But I always thought Nip was cold. But when I heard the album, it was more like a introductory to me, like a proper introductory, even though it was,
right.
The end. But yeah.
It was the same way for Pop Smoke. Like I know a couple songs from Pop Smoke, but it was like, they're cool, right? And then after he passed, that's when I heard all these other ones that I had never heard of. And I'm like, these are the ones, what I mean? The radio joints, it's like, it's cool. These are actual joints. So, it sucks. I need to listen to more music, but I'm always weird about listening to music too. Because I feel like I don't want it to influence me too much. Because I feel like if you're listening to stuff, you by default start picking up stuff, right? So I don't want to listen to too much current stuff. I want to find a balance where I know what's going on, but I'm not like sitting there all day just listening to other people's stuff. Because I want to kind of keep my ideas pure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
Realistic says, I feel you. I get a lot of heat for not being a huge fan of J. Cole. I mean, he's dope. Yeah, but his music doesn't excite me.
Sure.
Yeah. And I know, like I said, I know it's good. And there's some stuff that I like. There's nothing I'm like, dog.
Right. Yeah, it's never bad.
Never felt like that about him at all. But I don't know. But yeah, apparently we get in touch with our feelings on this show.
Let's see. I'm not the biggest Nip fan, but the mindset and economic gems he came with, I was on that. Hey, that's what I like about a lot of these like artists is like Tyler the Creator is a great example. I might not listen to every Tyler album, and all the songs ain't for me, but I like Tyler as a creator. You know what I'm saying? I like that he like directs, he's creating stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That part is like, that's dope. You know what I mean? So I feel like you can like the artist now without having to like every song.
Oh, definitely. And I like my artists to have a little extra something like that. Like, because you can make good music, and a lot of people make good music, and by all means, if that's all you do, you still done your job. But if there's something else about you too, that's kind of gonna put you head and shoulders above the rest, because it's not super tough to make good music now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just last album I listened to was E40 Practice Makes Paper. And then Quintino says E40 ain't never took a break, it seems. Bro, I don't think he is.
Nah.
That man be working, bro.
Nah, E40 see a break and be like, ooh.
He out here, bro. And he getting that money.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, Oracle, I got some news that might excite you. I know you're waiting for this.
Wait, you better not have the same news I have that I thought was going to excite you. What you got?
Bitwig Studio 4 brings operator comping Ableton Live and FL Studio file import, bro. Your DAW of choice is back, man.
You stole my surprise topic for you today, sir.
I saw this. I said, "Oh, this is perfect. This is Oracle's jam."
Bitwig Studio. First of all, no one even talks about Bitwig ever. Ever. In case y'all don't know, Bitwig is a DAW created by one or two people that used to work for Ableton.
Yeah, they did. They dipped on them.
They dipped off from Ableton. And I haven't seen Bitwig since it first came out, but it was kind of an Ableton clone. And as dope as that may sound to some people, it just never really gained traction. Like when you ask people what DAW they use, you ain't never heard somebody say Bitwig.
Yeah, ever,
bro.
You'll get a Reaper before you get a Bitwig,
bruh. Right, you gonna get a dang
Finale
Garage Band
Finale Pro.
Facts. I used the old Cakewalk,
bruh.
Yeah, but Bitwig, the Ableton clone. Did you know they on Bitwig 4?
Yeah, that's what threw me off, bro. I haven't heard about it since then. And that was supposed to be the Ableton killer. They hyped it so much.
Dog, Bitwig is like that dude in the hood. Like you see him and you don't want to be rude, but the first thing you think of is like, damn, I thought you was dead. I thought you died years ago. Holy shit, you still alive. That's Bitwig.
Boots and Cats, he says, if torrent wasn't a thing, Bitwig would have been the biggest thing. See, I disagree. Because you got to think, bro. I don't know if this is still a thing, but back in the day, you could give someone Logic by dragging the icon on a flash drive and handing them the flash drive, and it would open up, right? So if Logic is still around and that's all you got to do, you know what I'm saying? Dog, Ableton is the greatest marketers because they gave away a copy with every keyboard that you got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want their issue, bro. They want the torrent.
No, it's not. Because even though, okay, put it like this. The fact that the torrent shit was around and anybody and everybody could get Bitwig, even with that going on, you still have yet to ever hear a person who has ever used Bitwig or uses that as their DAW. So now if it's easy, if it's out there for the free ski and people still don't use it, that's saying something, bro. That's saying a lot, actually.
So you gonna check it out?
Of course. It's like, hell no. Bruh, I feel like Bitwig is one of them things. Like, you ever seen a movie somebody go like out of town and they're trying to find drugs from the locals? That's what I feel like looking for Bitwig. Hey man, anybody got that Bitwig around here? Anybody, and y'all use Bitwig? Like, just looking for a friend to talk about Bitwig too is impossible. And how much is Bitwig now?
I don't know. And it's weird that they're advertising that we can open the competitor files. It's like, bro, why can't I just open it in FL? Why do I need to open it in Bitwig?
Facts. Why don't I just open the Ableton project inside of the Ableton already on? Because if
buy something else new.
Facts. If I have an Ableton project to open, best believe I don't need Bitwig.
Yeah, I don't know what they. Bro, sometimes I don't understand these marketing things, bro. I'm like, who's coming up with this stuff, bro?
I don't know.
Ask me. I'll help you out, man. Just put me on the payroll. A little salary. That's all I ask. Yeah. Little salary.
I just kind of find it ironic, or rather on the nose, that you actually bit someone's idea and you named your product Bitwig.
Oh, wow. It's free to try.
Damn, niggas still ain't trying it. That's crazy.
Dang, they that restaurant in the mall when you go to the cafeteria, you're like, no, I'm good. No, I don't want that free. No honey chicken. No, I'm cool. No.
I'm good. I seen your Yelp reviews. I'm straight.
No.
I ain't even checking.
Let's see. What's wrong with Cakewalk? I've been using it for 20 years now.
Nothing. It's better than Bitwig. Stay where you at.
Better than Bitwig. Hey,
stay where you at, Slim.
Needs a better name. I'm not mad. Bitwig don't make me want to.
It don't.
It don't make me want to go create.
It don't. $400. Someone said.
No,
cheaper than Ableton. Cheaper than Ableton Studio, I'll say.
I think I'm cool, man.
How come no one talks about that? I don't want to make this the whole Bitwig thing, but as many people as we talk about it here, we done asked what DAW people use for years. No one has ever said Bitwig.
Spoken Aces says Bitwig or Reason. You know what I'm about to pick? You know my answer to this.
Reason. Yeah.
Reason. That's how you know Bitwig is bad.
They're a real dog. Yeah, if Triz is picking Reason, you know what's up.
That's how you know it's bad. Hey man,
You know
Reason
it's
has proven the test of time. Okay,
Yeah.
I might not like some of their moves, but they've been around. You can't discredit that. And Bitwig, it's been tough.
Right. Then someone said Ableton looks like trigonometry. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely
I
right.
can see that. I think it depends on who you look at, bro. Because I'm telling you, don't look at Oracle setup. It's gonna confuse you. Your head's gonna hurt. Yeah. It's a process.
But it's so once you understand it though, it makes sense and it loses its spreadsheetness. But now, does Ableton win for ugliest DAW?
It's in the top. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the ugliest DAW to me, Cubase.
Yeah.
And I look, I could say that I started on Cubase and the window for years. I could say that. But yeah, it's the color way.
I'm not mad.
It's got that hospital wall bedpan retro-y type colorway, and that's what makes it ugly to me.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Ableton is like in the middle. Studio One, I can't remember. I feel like it was like nice. I feel like I liked the design with Studio One. Like it.
It reminded me of Logic.
Yeah. Logic is sexy. I can't cap.
Wait, Henry the King Los Angeles. He says $400 and I've never heard of it.
Oh, that's wild.
Exactly, Slim.
Exactly. Hey, shout out to Prentice. We had a dope consultation right before the podcast.
What up? Shout out to Prentice.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I had some actual topics too, but this chat kind of going today. I'm a little excited about that.
What y'all setups like? Y'all use multiple DAWs and MPCs for making music. How y'all go about it?
You want to start, sir?
Yeah, mine is super simple. Fruity Loops, FL Studio, MIDI keyboard, interface, and some speakers. And then sometimes I use Ableton. Depending on the day, I just switch between which ones. And that's my setup. I don't do nothing too fancy. Straight to the point.
Yeah, me either. I don't do nothing too fancy.
Yeah, he lying.
He lying.
He lying. He got Guitar Center at his crib right now.
That's a fact.
And Sam Ash.
Sam
Ash around the corner.
Literally. No, I do. I do ham it up a bit, but my regular DAW of choice is going to be Ableton. My main piece of equipment of choice is going to be Push. And outside of that, I got all the main staples of production, anything, Machine and Complete Control and all. I got all of that stuff. But my main shit is Ableton and Push for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like we had a question.
All right.
Somewhere related to this. I'll look for it.
All right, cool. While you look for that, let's see what we got. Have you thought about doing a Twitch like Illmind Decap? I would let it get on Twitch. We just gotta set it up.
That's a fact. I did. We've even talked about it. About doing a Twitch, but not like Illmind Decap. Yeah, Shout out to Illmind Decap. Yeah. But if we're gonna do it, we're gonna want to put our own.
Yeah, exactly.
Our own spin on it, because when great people are doing great things, you don't want to just come along and bite. You're gonna want to contribute. So
that's what they killing it over there.
Facts. Damn, look at these topics and these questions. The first thing I got up here says for Trizza, Bitwig Studio 4 now Ableton projects.
Bro, that is such a weird thing to advertise.
Yo,
the brand new car. Windows that roll down. It's like, I would hope so.
That's a fact. Like if I'm Pepsi, I'm not gonna be like, yo, after you drink a Coke, if you're still thirsty, grab a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Don't even mention it. Nah, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, that is a weird that might explain why they're not doing that great. I don't know.
Yeah. A lot of technical know-how, but not a lot of marketing.
That's just a weird marketing flex. I still don't understand the benefit of that.
Nah, me either, bro. Me either. Damn, I have this. Okay, here we go. This is related to the topic we were talking about. It says, do you have any advice for converting your studio setup to a mobile travel setup. Yes, especially if you have a setup like mine, like we just talked about. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of everything. So if you come in here, you'll see maybe 20 or 30 pieces of equipment. But the key is finding the most elemental and bare minimum of your setup that you can use to get the job done correctly. So for instance, for me, even though I have all this stuff, if I have to go somewhere, I could just unhook the laptop and technically be good. Like, even though it's a whole studio of stuff in here, just the laptop alone, I should be good. If I'm getting fancy, I'll take the laptop and I'll take the push, and that's going to be good. Like all these other keyboards and controllers and drum machines and all that, don't need all that. You know, that's just cool for here. But for the mobile setup, I've recognized my most elemental things. It's the laptop or the laptop and the push.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, you got to have the interface.
Yeah. Listen, you gotta have an interface.
You got to have a portable one, man. Because you know how many times I've been in a real studio and they give you the the big boys. What the 1/4? What's the other way?
The 1/4 joints,
the patch ones, the
TRS blinks.
Yeah, they hand you them like, all right, plug in. You like, bro, what do I do with this? So make sure you got something.
Yes, good point. My main interface is a Focusrite 18i20 because it has a lot of ins and a lot of outs. But when it's time to travel, I got the Focusrite 2i2. So same thing, just minus a million inputs and outputs, and very small.
That's all you need, though. Something to throw in the bag.
Yep, exactly. But shout out to whoever had that question. That was a good question.
That was a good one. Let's see what else we got. Oh, bro, I know now you might not be excited about this one, but I ain't gonna cap. For my age group, this is a winner. Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow versus battle. Who you got, man?
Shit. Soulja Boy?
I feel like this is one of the ones that could go either way and you can't be mad.
Yeah. I don't know. You see, I said Soulja Boy with a question mark on it.
Yeah, you hit it with the Ron Burgundy. He was like,
right. Facts.
Ron Burgundy?
Ron Burgundy? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say Soulja Boy, but you were correct when you're saying you're not sure if I'm excited about this one. You were also correct about my age demographic, because even though I was well aware and around for all of that, I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't paying too much attention to Soulja Boy or too much attention to Bow Wow. That was like right under my age thing right there.
Yes. Okay. So AKW Beat says Bow Wow by a mile, and then Quintino says Draco. Right. Here's the reason why I feel like it's gonna be a close match. Right. Bow Wow to me, right, has more hits, like bigger songs. Period. Like no questions about it. Right. But he was a kid making these songs, and I don't know if they would have the same impact like Soulja Boy songs. So you could play a C-list Soulja Boy song from early, and it's gonna slap, bro. Like Booty Beat, like all them songs like that go crazy still now. To where a Bow Wow joint, you can't play a lot of those records still, right?
Soulja Boy has more impact.
Yeah, exactly. Bow Wow got more hits. Soulja got more impact, right? So that's the only reason why. And I feel like with verses, you got to think it's entertainment, right? It's not just like the songs. It's about who gonna set it up and do all that. And I feel like Soulja Boy is gonna act a fool, bro.
He definitely got more personality.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna ham it up in terms of this. He's going to be the week of memes following that verse.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be the top.
Soulja Boy.
Yeah. So I'm excited about this.
Even in like girl songs from way back in the day, I feel like Soulja Boy's girl songs hold up a little bit better. Like what Bow Wow have, like a Puppy Love or something like that. Soulja Boy had like what Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss Me Through the Phone is still gonna go today.
Yeah.
More so than Puppy Love would.
He invented FaceTime. You know what I mean? Shout out to Soulja. Yeah. And I mean, you got to think. DJ Just, well, shout out to my brother in here. He's like the biggest DJ Just fan. And like, so we used to watch like BowWow concerts and listen to the DJ, the scratch and all that. So I grew up on that. And then of course, I got a picture of me and Just Be Man on my Instagram somewhere. Me and Soulja, we with Soulja Boy, and I got like a 6X tall tee.
I was about to do it have on a big ass hat.
I had a Bape hoodie on. And I'm pretty sure it was a fake Bape hoodie. Now that I'm thinking back, at that time, times was hard, so I'm pretty sure that wasn't no authentic. But you know what I mean. But yeah, we was with Soulja Boy, man. This had to be 04, 05. So you know, I'm heavily invested in this one. This is gonna be the one. This is like how when the older people was watching the Isleys and they was like, "This is my like this is my time to shine, baby."
I'm out here.
Oh man, give me some NBA patch jeans. I'm ready. Give me a tall tee.
God, bro. NBA patch jeans.
Real, bro.
Nah, I never did it.
Come on, A-Rex jacket. Come on, dog. Oh,
come on.
You know what? I'm gonna get a shirt with the puff paint. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Yeah, we there, bro.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come out with no LRG hoodie on. Don't do none of that.
Dang.
Wait, we had a good question. I think Smoking asked this question. He says, "What do you think about Toomp saying that Tim and Swizz should have reached out to more producers before rematching?"
Oh, I agree.
100%.
I 100% agree.
100%.
Or give us a rematch of like just Blaze. Because that I feel like just didn't get the fair one. You know what I mean? He got the early one. You know what I mean? He didn't get the verses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was. They were doing it in the concept state, in the beta stages.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's still gonna be great. And then I feel like they tested a new format, but I feel like the allure is gonna be off because we just heard these records being said. I mean, they got enough to play completely different records and still have a verses, but you know, I feel like the allure, the shininess is kind of wearing off, and I feel like they got to do something creative.
Facts.
Yeah.
Realistic said, "Hold You Down" by Bow Wow was fire though.
Ooh, I can't cap.
Can't
cap, dog.
Yeah. Hey.
And here's the other thing with Bow Wow. I mean, with Bow Wow, it's known that he didn't write a lot of that stuff. Soulja Boy is a known 100%er, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he produced a lot of those records and wrote those records. So I feel like, I mean, I know that only counts for like us, but you know, I feel like that's something to it.
It's points. It's definitely points.
Yeah.
Dan, Realistic raised a good point. He says Bow Wow and Omarion used one of our loops, so we gotta go for them.
That is right.
They did use one of our loops off of, I think, Torch the Globe or something. Okay,
I forgot about that.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can go for Shard Moss because of that. I can do that.
He said Trizzy got that 12X ready. Boy.
That Baltimore tall.
Come on, man. Let's see. All right. Oh, did you see they changed the Grammys?
Nah. What they changed to now?
It's actually good for producers, man. So you know what, album of the year, right? Like the big Grammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only way you would get that Grammy, the statue, as a producer is if you did, I think it was like a third of the album. It was a percentage. I think you had to do 3 or 4. It's something crazy that you had to get the statue as a producer. You had to do a certain percentage of it, right? If not, you just got the certificate, which is whack. Because when you think of getting a Grammy, you think of the statue, right? I mean, of course, the certificates and all that stuff is great, but that's what people want. You know what I mean? So now they changed it. That if you're a part of it, you get it, which it should be.
Yeah, that's dope. But at the same time, I feel like I'm clapping for the police or somebody setting a law to not kill Black people. Like, it's kind of where it should have been.
Right.
But I am happy that it has changed for the better. Don't get me wrong. I think that's really dope. I forgot about that. That's really whack. Because if you're a producer and you did a song and that song gets nominated for, let's say, Song of the Year, you still get the statue, right?
No, I think unless you're the artist, it's unless you want a producer one, or it's
okay. So you don't get it.
So you don't. I don't think you get it unless you're like you win like producer of the year. Then you get the statue, right? But it's I'm probably butchering it, but it's a rule about only certain ones come with certain awards. And then I know that big one, to get that one, it's way harder.
Man, liberty and justice for all, I say.
Yeah. But shout out to them. I feel like the Grammys are trying. I feel like after all that pressure they got, they trying to do something. So at least they changed the stuff. I give them that.
Okay. I got a question for the chat. How much time has to pass for an album to be considered a classic? Because we talked about what makes a classic before, but this question is specifically to the chat. How much time do you think has to pass before an album is considered a classic? And the reason why I'm asking that, why you all feverishly type in your numbers at the bottom, is because the J. Cole album came out, and of course people love J. Cole, people love the album, and I heard a lot of people saying, it's a classic, it's a classic. We've heard this before. And it just got me to thinking, like, even if it is, like, you could hear something and be like, yeah, I believe this is classic material. But part of what makes a classic, time has a lot to do with it. So, me being all into the formulas of shit, what is the bare minimum of time that has to pass before an album is considered a classic? Just something to think about. So, 10 years. That's pretty big. Oracle Awards.
See, I'm caught with that one, right? Because I do think it's a time thing, but it has been an album that I've heard and I immediately knew it was a classic. It's only been one, but I knew as soon as I heard it, like, this is amazing, bro.
True. Okay. But
it's only been one or two, but it's happened instantly to where I knew, and they ended up being My Dark Twisted Fantasy. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, this is a classic, bro. This is like one of the greatest albums ever, right? It didn't take me but 2-3 songs in where I'm thinking this. But it stood the test of time. I think I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say, hold on. Let's check the chat first. Let's check the chat.
Okay.
Somebody said 10 years. Somebody said 5 years.
4 to 5 years.
4 to 5 years.
3 to 5.
3 to 5 years. Okay. My personal opinion, bare minimum, a year. I feel that that's enough time for people for something that is obviously a classic for you, like, all right, it's solidified, it's really a classic. And even to me, like, that's still early, but that's the bare minimum amount of time that has to pass.
I'm not mad. I do think people throw the classic word around too loosely. Like, every album, this is like how when they do with movies, it's like the #1 movie in the world. It's like, yo, all y'all can't be the #1, dog. Somebody got to take a turn.
Facts. And I'm tired of Bama's being the best such and such of the year, claiming that shit in January.
Oh, yeah. Like, dog, we're 2 days in.
Yeah, all these damn awards. Everybody's the best. It's like, you ever seen car commercials? Everyone's voted #1.
Oh, yeah.
Car and driver, #1 this, #1 that. Like, all y'all #1? No one's #2? Ever? Okay.
And to see, I'm so torn about this, like, classic thing, right? Because two, I feel like it depends on what that person gravitates to. Because it's going to be certain albums, bro, that I love, bro, that people will probably hate, right? I can name an album right now that it's one of my favorite albums, right? But if you're not into that kind of music, then it's not going to be you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's going to be some albums that people are just going to think it's classic just because they like that person or that vibe. Yeah. And it doesn't have anything to do with, it's going to be a classic regardless. So it's like, it's hard to measure.
It classic when it was coming soon.
Just because such and such made it, it's a classic. So I think it's hard to measure what a classic is because it's always going to be so many variables to it, to where people...
I can see people being like, yo, this is a classic, this is a classic, this is a classic. But in my mind, there has to be a certain amount of time before it's like, okay, everyone's saying it's a classic, but we have to wait this amount of time. And then we could, okay, now it's officially a classic. And that's just my own stupid rules. I'm pretty sure. But I am not a fan of the instant classic. And I could agree with you, but I still want to wait the test of time.
I think it's like how in the NBA where you get the challenge, right? I think you should get like one, right? To throw out. And then after that, you gotta be all right, I'm gonna keep my instant classics. Easy. Yeah, I gotta save this for later. I might need it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like you should get one good one where you can be like, And bro, I haven't had to say that in a long time. My Dark Twisted Fan, I heard that and I was like, that is a masterpiece. That is what it is. And it's been very few since then that I could think that it was just immediately like that. It's only happened a couple times in my life, bro.
Still my most favorite Kanye album, but yeah.
Oh yeah, one of my top albums in life, bro. Like that album to me is like incredible.
Can't be mad at that at all. Can't be mad at that take. That take was not remotely hot, sir. It was a cool take you got there.
Quintino Power says Beethoven turned in his grave.
Oh yeah, she's like, yo, it's been 666,000 years for me. Hey,
yo, bro. So I only get on TikTok at super late at night, bro. It's like, you know how some people read a book, and I know this is terrible. I know y'all gonna say it shouldn't be on the phone before you go to sleep. I know. But I get on TikTok before I go to sleep, right? And I guess because the people that I follow, they give all these sample like gems and like little known facts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were talking about basically how all these people, like these Beethovens and Bach, they all interpolated each other. They would just copy each other's songs. And that was like the standard thing of like, they were sampling basically back then, like, oh, Bach would hear one person play this phrase, and then this song is literally the same thing. It's just like in a different key, and he went off somewhere else with it. And then somebody else would take that same piece and keep doing it, and they would like play the comparisons. I'm like, yeah, that's wild. That even back then it's like, oh, bro, I'm sampling that. You hear that chord progression? That's me right there.
Ooh, what you do?
Watch how I flip it. Watch how I flip it.
Ooh, what's that? A G11 suspended minor diminished? Oh, I gotta hit that jump, but add a 7 to it. Ooh,
someone come bring the bassoon. We about to lace. Who got the glockosphere? We about to lace this joint.
Anybody play a bassoon, you're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, man. What y'all know about the bassoon?
You'll fight anybody. You don't care. You've been called everything. What? Hold on here. We had another cool question.
All right, cool.
Okay, so what are some tips for anyone starting a music career? That's kind of a loaded question. But I'll come off the top. Here we go. I believe first thing you got to do is develop an entrepreneurial mindset. A lot of times people want to start a music career. You may be in a 9-to-5 job, or you may be accustomed to doing things a certain way. And starting a business, just not even a music career business, but just a business in general, is kind of different rules. You know what I mean? So you just you got to put yourself into this. What do they say? You work 80 hours a week just to avoid working 40 hours a week, that type of thing. Like an entrepreneurial type of mindset. And getting into that mindset lets you know that quickly you'll learn how to move, not assuming someone's going to save you. If that makes sense. Like, you got a 9-to-5, you got a job, chances are you're going to get your pay every week, every 2 weeks, whatever it is, no matter what you do. When you go into this entrepreneurial space, not so much. You eat what you kill, and no one is coming to save you. That's a lie, actually. A million people will show up to save you once everyone realizes that you don't need help. You don't need saving.
Oh, that's facts.
That's when everyone wants to help you. That's when everyone wants to save you, because technically they show up as if they're trying to save or help you, when really they're just trying to attach themselves to something that they feel is going somewhere. Which, I mean, human nature. I get it. I'm not dogging it, but just, yeah, help comes disguised. It comes disguised as help, but really it's just people want to get on. The second thing, I would say, know and understand exactly what it is that you want to do. Because it's one thing to say, I want to start this music career, I want to sell beats. That is very broad. That is very vague. You got to know everything that entails, down to marketing and branding and all of that type of stuff, and know what it is that you want to do, or how you at least want to be perceived in every single area. Another thing I would say is build a network of people that support your ideas. Everyone that you've seen that's gone on to change the world or make their mark in music has done so because of two things. First thing, they were probably different. The second thing is they had a team of people at a certain point to help really see their vision through. That's the thing. People say have a team, have a team, have a team. It has to be a team when y'all have to be on the same page.
You're right.
Because
Somebody
if you
gotta
have
have a vision.
Exactly. Because if it's 6 of y'all and it's you and you got 5 people on your team, but all 5 of them think the complete opposite way that you think, that team is now a hindrance.
Yeah, exactly.
You were better off. You were definitely better off on your own, man. So, another thing, learn how to sell. Man, if you want to get into this, it's cool. You could be dope with beats and all that good stuff. You could have 1,000,000 beats. But as good as they are, if you don't know how to get them in front of people and you don't know how to sell or convince people that they need this, you're at a severe disadvantage. Because as we were talking about earlier, I used to say it's getting easier to make good music, but it's actually getting harder to make bad music.
Yeah.
It's almost at that point. So yeah, you got to have a little something extra. So even though you can make dope stuff, so can your neighbor, so can your cousin, so can your friend. Everyone can make dope shit. So how are you at selling it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's real.
Yeah. Last thing. Utilize the internet and just like every single way possible. Every way possible.
That's yeah. How good do beats I guess what he's asking is how good experience wise you have to be to sell your beats?
Well, how good experience wise and what? Do you have a lot of experience in making beats or a lot of experience in selling?
I think he means in making beats. I'm just assuming.
Basically, so how good do you have to be to sell your beats?
Yeah.
As good as the consumer says you should be. I think it's going to be a different level for everybody. There's going to be a certain level where just the majority of the people say, no, this is good. But I think it's just going to be different for everybody. Yeah. Like I want to answer that question like with something definitive, but that's just such a it's going to be so subjective to each person. I mean, even the phrase, what does it say? How much experience or how good do you have to be or whatever?
Yeah, he says, how good do beats need to be to sell them experience wise?
Yeah, see, even that is, it's up to the person.
Right.
How good something has to be, how bad something has to be. Then to sell them, you're bringing in the perception of the person that's actually buying them. So
yeah, because I ain't no cap. I've sold some bad beats when I was selling beats way back in the day. This is 15 years ago now, but like I had them beats, I would be ashamed to play them things, and they were selling, bro. Like some of them just was selling like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, are you getting in front of the people, right? At that time, the people knew what they were getting. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was up front, so they thought it was good. I just hated the actual records, right? But you got to get in front of them. Do they like it or not? No, if you're not as good and your beats aren't as loud and it's not comparable to what everybody else is going, that's going to throw you off. So I would at least have my stuff to where it's like level, your mixing is good and it's presentable. Because I'm telling you, it's no worse feeling than like someone you playing a beat and it like don't really knock, and then another producer come and play a beat and their joint just killing you. Bro, that joint hurt your soul, dog.
It do. You're like, damn, my snares don't smack like that.
Yeah. And then your joint automatically looks, worse. It's not as good.
Trash.
Yeah.
Damn, my kick never scared anyone like that guy.
Thanks. I got a course called the Producer Mindset. Oracle got a course about mixing beats.
Yes, indeed. The art of beat mixing.
So, check one of those out and get you right.
Facts. Someone says, will BeatClub make it harder for upcoming producers? I don't think so. Actually, I think quite the opposite.
Why would it?
I don't really understand how it would either. But I think it'll make it, I don't know if easier for upcoming producers is the term, but I mean, as far as like exposure, getting exposure on that level from people of that caliber, we've never lived in a day and time where you could do anything like that. So if anything, it's a benefit to upcoming producers. Now, how it can hurt upcoming producers, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I'm still trying to figure out is it because the bigger producer is going to be basically selling beats online, so it's like, why would you go to the smaller guy if you?
Well, that's a good way. That's a good point.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm like guessing like what would be the downside of it. I mean, but even with that, bro, like you need traffic, dog. So if they coming to buy a Scott Storch beat, bro, you just got to figure out how to get in that. They there, you know what I mean? So if you can figure out how to get into that and figure out how the system works, bro, you next in that traffic lane, you know what I mean?
There you go.
You gotta go where it's working.
They could be there to buy more than one thing. They get a Scott Storch beat, and then boom, you pop up next in the queue. They get one of yours because your name is not Torch or whatever it is. Somehow you're gonna come up in that same queue, and somebody might buy your beat the same day they buy a Scott Storch beat, and that's something to brag about.
Not Torch sound like the forgotten Fantastic Four member.
Not Torch. Damn,
he ain't make it. He ain't make the cut.
Your pals is trash. You named after something that you don't even do.
He just toast.
Realistic, not with the shameless plug, with the right on time plug. The art of mastering coming next. Yeah, we got the art of mastering coming up.
Oh, that's gonna be fire.
Yeah, we gave you the art of beat mixing, the art of vocal mixing. What's next? Naturally, the art of mastering. There you go. Yes, indeed.
What exactly is BeatClub? Is it like a BeatStars type thing? Yeah, I feel like it is. I don't want to speak. I'm not all the way 100% sure, but I feel like a part of it is kind of a platform where you can sell sounds and beats, and they're gonna have some higher profile producers on there.
Yeah, I feel like I know because I was there during the discussion of the inception of BeatClub even before COVID started, a long time ago. Yeah. So I know what it set out to be, but I don't know where it is now or if it has changed.
Right.
I will say this too, though. I don't think they have fully divulged or explained what it is to the public yet. Anyway, I feel like there's been a lot of hype building. Yeah. You know, like movie, but the movie ain't coming out until next Thanksgiving.
Right.
And you're like, damn, I really want to see that movie. I guess I have to wait a couple months or a year to figure out exactly what it is. That's kind of been like the BeatClub thing.
Facts. Yep. Okay, this is a good question. Can y'all elaborate on stereo kicks and mono kicks, and in what situations are each used?
Okay. I use stereo kicks. And that's just because I'm a stereo sampling kind of guy. However, I know people, shout out to No ID, who argues me down. There is no reason a kick should be stereo.
See, I'm a mono kick guy.
I can't be mad at. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that theory at being a mono kick guy. Yeah, because the philosophy behind what he was talking about was the sound itself is mono, and then stereo comes from the processing and effects. If you use stereo effects,
right?
Mono kicks are dope. A lot of times, or sometimes, what I will do though is I'll use like utility. Back in the day, I used to use something called bass lane, but that was probably 10 years ago, where I'll take a certain frequency of the kick from a certain frequency down and make that mono. Depending on what's going on the top end. Because, like in my kits, sometimes I'll put stuff in the kick or like a percussive layer on the top, and that'll obviously be stereo. But the kick itself could do very well as mono. So maybe everything from 200 down or whatever the frequency is down will be a mono while the top will be stereo.
Yeah, and I think too, it depends on what kind of vibe I'm making. If I'm doing something more like trap, I feel like the mono is like, it's cool because it's with the 808 and just getting that blend. But if I want something like with a kick, I want it to be like bigger. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, a lot of times I don't mono those just because I want that sound to be like that wide kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like more like that rather than like super straight to the point, punchy like that.
For sure.
Yeah. So it just depends on, the type of drums you're using also.
Bruh, I bought a kit from somebody yesterday. It shall remain nameless, but I do know out of let's just say there were 25 kicks in that kit. Dog, at least 17 of them had reverb on them. Did not
What?
understand it. I was
What?
not excited about that at all. I do not like it. I was so mad.
Yeah.
I spent bread on that joint. I do buy other people's
Oh yeah.
kits because I'm a fan, number one. So I bought that joint. I spent a decent amount of bread, and I'm like, dog, your kicks got reverb all on them. What the hell?
You gotta put the sample pack juju out in the world. You know what I mean? Because you want it to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Plus, I mean, as many sounds as I got, as many sounds as now Trizza has. There's no need to use anyone else's sounds, but I'm a producer before I'm a sound designer. I'm a music fan before I'm a producer. So yeah, I'm gonna buy other people's stuff, and all I ask is that you don't have reverb on your kicks. That's all I ask.
Yeah,
And your 808s. I don't need that.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
When making a beat, should you always have an idea of what type of beat you're going for?
No.
Yeah, I a lot of times I don't. I have no idea what I'm about to do.
That's
when
just
it's
sit
fun.
down and press some stuff.
Yeah, you just gotta be patient with trying to find that right sound.
Yes, sir. I got the slot machine type template going on now.
Oh, with the random.
Yep, you sit down. It's 3 buttons. Just press 1, 2, or 3 of those buttons, and it's going to play a random drum pattern with a random drum kick. It's going to play a random sample, and something else. Oh, random drum kit, random drum pattern, random sample. And every time you press 1 or more of those buttons, it just changes on the beat, and you just keep hitting it, and eventually it'll play something super dope, and then you can take it from there and then just build on it.
Yeah, I feel like, bro, I like working myself. Like, I put myself in the corner, like, all right, I'm gonna find a random sound. It's like, all right, how do I get to here from this sound? And it becomes like a whole like puzzle of just trying to figure out, like, all right, I got this sound. Let me figure out how to make this, and keep going from there.
Definitely. Zulu Child said having no idea equals possibly stumbling upon your next best thing. That's true.
Very, very true.
Super true. Yeah. Yep.
How loud should my beat be in DB's LUF's True Peak? I feel like I just saw Realistic.
Realistic is in here, man.
Oh, okay. I feel
He's
like
in here.
I think he just did an article with y'all, right? Am I tripping?
Yes.
I feel like I just saw something about this recently.
We did something about that maybe a few months ago.
But I feel like he was talking about something in his story or something. But yeah,
maybe.
Realistic will give you the best answer.
Yes, sir.
He'll give you the engineering.
Engineering. That's an adjective for you.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna answer this one real quick. Cool. What music workstations do you think are the best for music production? All right, so one more time, make sure I read that right. What music workstations do you think are the best for music production? If it's strictly a let me look around. If it's strictly a workstation type of question, I'm gonna say MPC. Just the sequencer is awesome. You can definitely get everything you need to get done in the MPC. Secondly, I'm gonna say Machine, just because they're very similar to me in a lot of different ways. And once you get outside of that, my picks get a little weird, like Korg, MS1, ASR. You know, they kind of get wild. But I'm gonna say MPCs and Machines if you're going for just a regular workstation. And the second that someone comes out with a new keyboard workstation, hint to any company that's listening,
somebody
that's going to be up there on my list. But someone has to come out with a newer keyboard sampler / workstation. But until then, stick with MPCs and Machines. And I don't count the Push because the Push is not a workstation. The Push is just strictly a controller.
It's like Ableton exoskeleton thingy.
Yeah, exactly. the third hand in your Ableton production.
This has nothing to do with music. I just thought it was funny. It says Pusha-T has spent years trying to put out a children's book. They won't publish me. It's like, bro, have you heard the diss track you did against Drake?
Bro, have you heard any of your songs even prior to that and after?
They like, we saw how he did Adonis. We not about to we not about to let this man. Pusha T is an interesting man. He writing kids books. he wrote the McDonald's jingle. Like,
didn't he do Arby's too?
Yeah, I heard he did the Arby's.
Yep.
Bruh, you know he got that bag.
Facts. A whole different bag.
Let's see. What are some benefits of producing lots of beats? Oh man, it's one word: practice.
There you go. Definitely. The more you're making, the more you're practicing. Also, the more you have to present.
That's right.
It's a numbers game. If you dope, but you only got 2 beats, you can only present 2 beats.
That's right.
If you got 1 million beats, well, now you got a little more room to play with. I don't think we got to go too in depth with that, but you know what it is.
Okay, so Realistic says if you're going for streaming with no vocals, aim for -9 to -8. Is it LUFS or LUFS?
I call it LUFS.
Oh, LUFS. Okay.
I
always wanted that. I always just would say it out, but okay. And then he says if you're shopping to an artist, go for -10 LUFS, but have an unmastered version at -6 dB ready to go so they can record to it. And that is a gem because
there it is,
bro. People, if you put too much mastering stuff on it, you push it too hard. For some reason the vocals don't sit right. It's like it's not enough space.
They'll never sit right. Yeah, if you come in, this shit is squashed and it's loud and it's zero and it's just gonna be too loud. Yeah, too loud, son.
This is a good question from Smoking Aces. When sending out beats, how old do you normally go back in your catalog?
I'll go back some years, bro, and it depends on the person too. It depends on the person, but the farthest I've gone, I'm 5 years, 6 years, and gotten them placed. Probably. That's the thing. And just because your tracks are old, well, they're old to you. And if they don't sound horribly dated, maybe consider keeping them in the rotation. Because as I said before, and I know Trizza, you've had this happen too, where you place a beat, and the beat done seen about 6 birthdays.
Oh yeah, but
it'll still go,
bro. Yeah, most of the time I get a placement, dog. That beat is always 2-3 years old.
Definitely,
most of the time that's how it happens.
I think that's the average age of a placed beat, 2 to 3 years. For sure. Yeah. That's also a benefit of having your own sound, or just having a sound that's somewhat unique. If you don't have your own sound, which you find yourself doing a lot of times, it's just really kind of copying or trying to keep up with what's on the radio now. But as you know, things change. So in 5 years, your beats are going to sound 5 years old. But if you made a beat that just didn't really sound like whatever was happening at the time, that beat can probably stand the test of time, and you can get a placement in 2027 or something like that with it,
Yeah, that was the next point I was gonna bring up, because it's like if you were doing that, like it was like, I'm trying to think of like a random trend. The Jalil beats.
Okay, I was gonna say Jeezy Brass beats.
Oh yeah, that, or like the Jalil beats, the little snare New York sound it was like everybody was doing. It's like you do a bunch of beats like that, every time you hear it, we're gonna be like, oh man, that sounds like 2015. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it's a fine line of following trends, but still doing you. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are just automatically going to get out the rotation. Some beats are just going to get old and not fit what's going on. But a lot of times, man, you have ones and you be like, bro, 2 years later, you be like, bro, this joint still go.
Right. I got a bunch of beats that I'm like, oh, what do you still going on? I need to, I need Jay Electronica. Right. I'm gonna just play all of them for Jay Electronica because he produces A&R. He seems to be the guy. He seems to be the throwaway beat whisperer. So yeah.
But I ain't gonna front. Like, Oracle, you played me beats from when you first started, and you still sound the same. I could exactly the same. If you played me a beat that you made like 10 years ago, I could point out. I'm like, oh, that's him. I could always like tell just like how you're drumming, your sound selection of everything, right? So it's like, yo, all them beats probably still, bro. I guarantee you, I could go through them hard drives and find something like, all right, bro.
Yeah. By the way, you may be signing yourself up for a job one day.
Hey, man.
Like, yo, Trizza, I need you to just come through one day and sit with me for like an hour or two and just go through.
All right, bro. I'm back cooking, so you can send me some, send me some stuff.
And I'm like, yeah, take the drums off of here and let's rock.
Oh yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Diego, bro. I feel like every week.
Oh yeah. He got the wait. Don't tell me. Because I saw it this morning and I was like, damn, that's a nice one. Who was it?
Young Boy and Rod Wave.
NBA Young Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Diego, man.
Yeah, that one's gonna do numbers. Every week you get one.
Yes, another underwhelming. Congratulations for you, sir.
See, do you still have your first beats you made? So yes. I do. I found it recently. I have a CD of I got all these like CDs, and it's just like beat CD 1, beat CD, and I'm scared to listen to it, bro, because I know they trash, bro. I know it's garbage.
Give them to me. I'll play them on live.
Nah. I'm cool. And shout out to, I don't know if B-Man's still in here. He sent me this. I did a remix to Cassie, Me and You on a motif, bro.
Ooh.
I remember, and I didn't understand how to track out. So I would track out one thing at a time and then didn't know how to start it. So I would have to adjust everything on the grid again once I record. Bro, it was growing pains, dog. Like not knowing how to do it. But I was so proud of this remix. It was on my MySpace joint. And he sent that to me the other day. Then I'm not going to play for nobody because it's horrible.
Come on, bro. You got to put it in your stories.
I sound like Not Torch. That's what I sound like.
Not Torch. Yo, MySpace used to be the spot for them remixes.
Oh, yeah. MySpace was the joint.
On my page, I had a 50 Cent remix. I had a Jay-Z remix. I don't know. I had a whole, like my whole MySpace was just like remixes. And then like my beat snippet CD.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Even the Brian Kidd, I still remember his joint. I used to go in here just to listen to the beats.
Oh yeah, beats is incredible, incredible. And the Fry and Brian Garbage Sparrow joint. Yes, sir.
Zulu Child says, if you're leaving headroom for the artist when shopping your beats, how do you still make sure that they knock the other producers' stuff isn't crushing yours by comparison as far as loudness goes?
Well, that is a really good question.
I think it's just a balance, because I think I've seen people do this, right? I don't know if a lot of people do it, but like I've seen people put an EQ on their master and they boost up the highs and then a little on the low mids.
Make the smiley face.
Yeah, they notch them up, right? But it's like, yo, if you already pushing super loud and then you bumping up the highs, it's like, where's the vocal? It's like you cutting out a lot of that room in the vocal. So I think a lot of it's like how you EQ and balance everything and then pushing it, but not having too much in that. And I'm sure Realistic can say way better.
I say just get it mixed by Realistic.
Yeah.
Just get it mixed by Realistic. But that's a good question though.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a sweet spot. I feel like as long as you get it decent amount of loud, you good. It ain't got to be the loudest. You just don't want your 808s and drums to seem weak, because then that's when it's going to go down.
And you're going to want a good balance in your track. Because a lot of times too, it comes from like, it's always the kick. The kick or the 8 is just way too loud. And it's drowning everything else out. And that's the only thing that's loud in the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like when we do the live shows, everybody would have a kick dumb loud. And it's like, bro, sometimes less is more. Like you turn that kick down a little bit, it's gonna shine a little bit better than having everything and then everything seem all squashed. And
use reference tracks.
Oh, for sure.
And acapellas.
Bruh. Yeah. Diego and Grizz, I be using their beats. I'm glad I got homies that got great mixes, because I was playing a beat that Diego sent me the other day. I was like, bro, this mix is crazy. So that's like my new reference mix. Enjoy it. And I just go through. I didn't be helping.
Fire. Okay. We got another question. Hold on, let me do a real quick check. Another question. What are your thoughts? Hold on. What are your thoughts on the future of music production? I think music production, in terms of how technology is meeting music production, or what it's doing for music production, I think music production is going to become, of course, a lot easier in the next coming years. Also, is gonna enable people to just make better music in general. I mean, even if you think about it from an elemental standpoint, because I'm a sound designer, you're a sound designer, right?
Right.
If technology even assists just us in what we use to make sounds, to make better sounds, that leads to people making better music, right?
Right.
So everything from the elemental sounds all the way up to software for producers, or the new features that all these DAWs can do. It's just going to grow exponentially.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, music is going to get, I'm going to say, technically better. And I know I'm going to get some pushback on that, but some of y'all going to feel me on what I'm saying. Like, just technically, music will sound less rough and just more professional and more polished. Now, in terms of like your taste in music, okay, it may not meet you there, but as far as what you can do, it will allow you to do it even better. The one thing I will say about that, as great as that may sound, there will have to be a conscious effort for people to remember to put a little bit of themselves into the music, or to do something manually, or just to do something so you stand out. Like, for instance, if there was a DAW or something that came out where, like the John I was talking about earlier, you just press this button, press that button, press this button, and now it's going to play a beat for you. Well, if everyone has the same sounds and everyone has that same technique, then the beats are going to sound the same,
right?
Because it's all the same stuff. But if you take it and you just put a little bit of your personality in it, they put a little bit of their personality in it, that's how music can grow. Technology can enable people to start making music faster and better, but we won't become so stagnant in terms of style and originality. So I just think technology is a no-brainer. It's going to make us all better. The hard part is going to be us putting forth a conscious effort to remember to be unique.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
And I feel like a new wave is coming. I feel like every so often it's just like that new tide comes in with the new sound. It's like the mustard sound, then it went to like a different kind of Cali sound, then it came back to like the Atlanta, like now it's like the hyper pop and like the kind of guitar-y, like, and I feel like it's going to change again. It's going to be a different tempo and everybody's going to be on that, and that's where it's going to be at.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to DJ Street Orchestra. It very well said, brother, by the way.
Young Street. We'll see. Does No ID mix his beats? His drums are subtle and more supportive.
I don't know. I don't know who's over there mixing them, but I do know he has a interesting mixing philosophy. Right. So shout out to No ID, and shout out to Adrian Young as well. Yep.
Thanks.
Let's see. Hold on. There was another question. Wait, we already answered that. Workstation joint, we already answered that. Man, we kind of ran through some of these joints. Converting to a travel setup, we already answered that. Come on, man. Look at us, man.
Did you see Spotify is launching the HiFi joint? Like, so it's basically like Tidal, the super enhanced stream.
Yeah, but who is that for?
Bro, I don't think I care that much, bro.
I don't. I really don't.
And that sounds weird. I feel like I'm a music head, but my AirPods is holding me down, right? I'm not mad at what I got.
Yeah. I'm also the dude that's like 4K TV, I can take it or leave it. So yeah, I know with music it's even less. With TV, I can see people really being in like, no, I need 4K. But with music, no one's ever like, no, I need that FLAC, baby.
Them FLAC files be sounding great. I ain't even gonna care. Them FLACs be sounding amazing, bro.
They do, but if I'm just in the car and I'm just listening to a song, I'm not gonna really care.
I think it depends on the pricing, because Tidal felt like it would. I don't know, something about Tidal. It just felt like, why am I paying this much? I don't know if it's just the way I learned about it, but I'm just like, this seems, I don't want to pay this. You know what I'm saying? For that, something that I'm not that invested in. So if Shopify has a decent price for it and it's not that much different from what I got, then it's like, all right, cool.
That's the thing. I don't want you to up the price when upping the quality.
Yeah.
Like when a company comes out with something, they say new and improved, it usually doesn't come with a price hike.
Gotcha.
With Tidal, they only had that. Like, I don't think they had like a lower tier audio and a higher.
No,
tier.
They did.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Damn, I don't even know which one I had. But
at the beginning, I don't know if it, because when I had it, it was like an option. But it was early. It was early in the game. This is like at the beginning of Tidal. So I don't know how they end up changing.
Got you. I just for me it doesn't make that much of a difference unless you're talking about sampling, and even then it doesn't make that much of a difference. Because if you even think about sampling, the way people sample now, everyone does something to degrade the quality of the sound. So to sit here and be like, yo, I want pristine audio, just to put some wobble on it and take some frequencies out of it and just basically beat it up. I'm like, shit, you could have started me down here. Now that I'm closer to where I tried to go. So
less work.
Yeah, MP3.
So 3 Beats and Realistic says Apple is rolling out their HiFi in June, but no extra cost for the users. They're just upgrading the quality of their platform. So that's fine.
Now see that I can rock with.
See, I'm with that. But if it was like another tier and I had to pay for it, I don't know if I would pay for that.
Gotcha.
I'm paying for too many subscriptions, dog. I'm trying to cut back on any subscription.
Yeah, I gotta get YouTube Premium. I don't.
Oh,
have
that's
YouTube
the greatest
Premium.
one. That is the greatest one.
Me.
YouTube. If y'all don't have that, and I shouldn't say this as a YouTube content creator, we don't run ads on our podcast, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
But bruh, to not see ads is the greatest thing ever, bro.
Yeah, every day is one of them things like I want to do that, and it never really affects me until I'm really watching something, or I'm in the shower, listening to a YouTube video or something, and a damn commercial, 2 commercials come on.
Oh yeah, they hit you with the 40-second boy. You be like, come on, bro.
Heated, bro. I'm like, yo, I have to get YouTube Premium, but then I go through that same thing you were talking about, like, all right, I gotta get rid of some shit because I'm paying for too many subscriptions. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep adding these things on. Gonna get rid of Output Arcade again.
Dang.
Again, yeah. We talked about this last week. I'm not really gonna go into it. I'm gonna end up getting it back again though in like August or September or something. I guarantee you. I'm like, yo, Arcade, just give me a base price. I don't even care if it's high. Just give me a one-time fee.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that.
So I go buy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. That needs to be a thing because I don't want to pay for everything monthly. It just, bro. I be looking at my the little app to tell you how many subscriptions. I be like, bro, why am I spending this much on so many random subscriptions and stuff, dog? Like, bro, yeah. So I'm trying to cut back.
At least give me an annual subscription option.
Oh yeah.
Wait, does Arcade have an annual subscription option?
I don't think so.
See, I need an annual subscription option, and then even if I dumb out and get that and don't use it for that year, I'm not really stressed out or even thinking about it throughout the year though.
Yeah, no, I ain't going for Capita. That YouTube one, and the fact that you could close your phone and keep listening to videos, that is the game changer. That is the feature for me where I was like, oh, I need this. I paid for that quickly.
Dog, that's what I want. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, it should just automatically work.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you know they're getting you, but it's like, hey, I'll pay that cost.
Yeah, it's like paying for food at an amusement park. Like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's like the little water in the mini bar at the hotel. It's like, I know this is $6 right now, but
Facts.
you know.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to get it though. I'm gonna have to get it.
So Realistic says Arcade does have one. You'll save like $30 doing the annual.
$30. That's 3 months. I can't see. I ain't gonna sit here and be ungrateful and complain. I asked if they had one. He told me that they have one. He told me what I was saving. Here I go. 30. Yeah. See, once again, you got to make sure you're not being too ungrateful. I can be critical and stuff, but I have to check myself, making sure I'm not being very ungrateful. I asked for this information. Someone gave it to me. I immediately threw a fucking fit.
Dog, Doug, I don't know if you would be on Twitch like that, but you can't skip those ads. And the only way you get rid of them is if you subscribe to that person, and it's a minimum of $5.
Trash.
You can't skip, bro. I don't know what kind of devil magic they got with them ads, bro, but it ain't no skip, bro. It ain't no way to get around them joints, dog. You gotta watch it. They embedded in the feed.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, okay, 3 Beats says, speaking of HiFi, is there any new tech or recording formats that you think could change the industry other than NFTs?
Wait, one more. I just read a crazy statement, but one more time. I'll miss that.
Okay, he says, speaking of HiFi, is there any new tech or recording format that you think could change the industry other than NFTs?
Not off the top. I don't know anything off the top, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was something.
It's so weird with music production because I would think that we would be so futuristic with stuff, but we're still, dog. One of the strongest things is MIDI. Still,
1970 something, I believe. 79, something like that. Crazy.
That is wild. Like when I used to think of MIDI back in the day, I'm used to think of hooking up keyboards and you got the MIDI clock and sync. And the fact that we still use MIDI for everything.
Yeah, the MIDI protocol has not changed at all.
Yeah, so it's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So not wild, but the comment that I read, it says, Sound Oracle, I think you were my Uber customer once.
Oh, snap.
Very possible. That's very possible. I'm Uber King. So that's very possible.
He said, I think you were working with Tiger. This was before his single Taste, I believe.
No. I never worked with Tiger, but I still might have been your Uber customer. That's how many Ubers I take.
Yeah, you young Uber shawty.
Oh yeah. I Uber everywhere, bro. Proud car owner. Still Uber everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, I feel it. I hate driving.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like I'm going out or somewhere, then I want to drive. But like just because, man, shoot,
yeah.
Uber me.
Yo, anything over 5 or 8 miles, I'm Ubering.
Oh, anything with parking?
Uber. Oh, I'm definitely Ubering.
Uber.
Yes, sir. Oh, if I'm coming in the city, Uber shawty. Yo, if I go to the city for a good time and I don't Uber, I'm getting a hotel. It never fails. Well, even if I do Uber, a lot of times if I go to the city for a good time, it's going to be a good time, and I can't drive home, so I'm going to have to get a hotel or something. So might as well just not even drive. Now I'm paying for a hotel and parking garage. So just Uber, get the hotel.
What are your thoughts on Splice subscriptions? I'm not mad. Know it's weird. I feel like it's like Audible. For some reason with those, the concept is good. I just never use them.
Yeah, Audible, it takes you or somebody here to recommend the book to me, and I get back on my Audible shit, and then I don't really use it. But the second my wife was like, you still have Audible. She's on my Audible too. So like, you want to cancel Audible? I'll be like, don't you fix your mouth to say cancel Audible. It's the greatest thing that they ever gave us. And I don't really use it.
Yeah, it's incredible, but it's like I don't use it, or I'll use it for certain, like a little bit, and then I have 12 credits for. But it's like I still got 5 more books to listen to, so it's like, And the kind of same thing with Splice. I feel like it's so much sometimes that it's almost like a hindrance, and it's so vast. It's so much stuff, and people like stuff curated. People like stuff like neatly put together. Like this goes together.
I do, bro. I wish there was a dope curated list. Just like I used to wish there was a dope curated list for movies. I made my own, but that was just because nobody else did.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need the new one. You be or slide me the movie and TV show list. I went through a lot of them joints.
It's like not 200, maybe like 100 joints on there. A lot of them, and then the ones that I did watch, I rated them with the check marks.
Oh, he has a whole system.
Yeah, and the newer ones, I put the name of the movie, maybe who was in it if they're of note, what the type of movie it is, and then like something interesting about the movie.
Right.
Yeah. So that list is super popping now. By the way, real quick, not to make this the movie joint. If you want to see a crazy kind of messed up movie, The Occupant, you gotta watch that this weekend. It's kind of crazy.
All right.
I got an action joint for you too later, as I remember what it was.
Oh yeah, it needs that.
Yeah. The Occupant was crazy. Let's see.
Do you care that the people who created Audacity, they sold the company?
No.
The company owns MuseScore and Ultimate Guitar. I have no idea what any of those companies are.
It sounds like they're about to take this company and turn it into some bull.
Right.
Some bull. Audacity was like the music software that people that had podcasts used. The people that weren't into music, but you gotta have some audio for doing podcasts and editing and all that. That's what Audacity became.
Yeah, Audacity is like the default. Like I got one voice memo I need to edit, and I gotta figure out something.
So now, what would be smart if they bought it and then they marketed it like strictly for like some like the podcast editing software?
That would be fire.
Something fire like that. But I don't know. The company that acquired it, and considering what they already own that you just mentioned, I don't know what they're gonna do with it at all.
Yeah, bro. I used to do sessions and record people using Audacity. The
Yeah.
struggle bus, dog. The struggle bus.
Wow. Recording people with Audacity.
Right.
Nah,
It's not my greatest times of my life, you know.
Sheesh. Yeah. When I started recording people, I was probably on the window at that point.
He said, "Oh, dude said I DM'd you the place I picked you up. Gonna wait and see what you say."
Got you. Damn. Too bad I'm on my phone right here now. I want to look. Where my other phone at? It's all the way over there. All right.
Fiction says there's a skateboarding movie out called North Hollywood, produced by Pharrell. She just said about 7 things that sounded great to me. Skateboarding, movie, Hollywood,
he's
and
in.
Pharrell. Hey, I'm sold.
Yeah, he's in.
Write that down.
Here's a question. What is one of the most valuable tips you've received that has helped you produce music with higher quality in a shorter amount of time? Okay, that's a lot. But let me think about it. Oh, whoa. The best tip I can offer for making higher quality music in a shorter amount of time: templates. Oh yeah, templates.
Big facts.
Man, listen, if you are opening your DAW to a blank session every single time, I feel like you're missing a boat and you are shaving years off your life. The same way that you would eat that triple patty cheeseburger, you're just shaving minutes off of your life. No, but to be honest with you, man, like a lot of it is prep. A lot of it is prep. We use a restaurant analogy a lot of times here. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail, but like a template is just like food prep. You know what I mean? When people come into a restaurant, they order food, you don't go outside to kill the chicken and then drain it and do all that. Like you got to prep. It's in the freezer. All you got to do is, season it and eat it or whatever you got to do. Music is no different. Templates and organization of your browser. I will say that forever because I'm pretty sure I've saved myself years worth of time. Okay, maybe not years, maybe months worth of time at this point, just over the last probably 7 or 8 years, just with templates and certain time shaving things. That's 5 minutes here, 7 minutes here, 2 minutes here. Man, them things add up. So, if you want to make better music in a shorter amount of time, templates. Also, if you want to be looked at as the man or the woman in your live studio session, especially your first time working with somebody, being prepared, man. I can't tell you the amount of times I've gone into major sessions with major artists and blip blah blip, and you 3 buttons, and now it's a beat going on, and they're like, oh shit, when the hell did that happen? Okay, I guess we can start working now. And you'll get called back a lot. Yeah, people will call you back because you're prepared.
Yeah. And it's something about making a beat in front of the artists. I feel like they're more attached. I don't know if it's just me. I just feel like them seeing it being made, it's like, oh, now I'm like sold on it. So that prep is like, man, super important, man.
Yes.
No, like this past week, right? So I've been on my lazy week. I just been making music. I had a day where I was like, I've been trying to make 3 beats every day, right? Just consistently, right? And I had a day where I was like determined I was gonna make 3 beats, but everything I was making, I didn't like it. You know how sometimes you just have a day where it's just like it's not clicking, right? Bro, all I did is went through adjusted my templates, bro. I went through all my sounds, organized new. So it's like if I'm not creative, I'm gonna either do stuff like that or I'm gonna be finishing like editing and mixing other beats, right? So it's like at least I'm productive. I might not be creating all day, but it's like, all right, if I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna move over here and then try this. You get what I'm saying? And then just go back and forth until one day it's like, all right, now I'm back creative. Now it's like, all right, cool. So yeah, please make sure you do that, man. And back up your stuff, man. I just gotta throw that out there. Every so often, we just gotta remind people, back up your computers, put that joint on the cloud, hook them hard drives up.
Put it in the cloud for sure. For sure. Hold on. I think we might be, we're approaching the end, bro. We're gonna do 1 or 2 more questions. Oh shit. Some people submitted some questions over here. Dog, we got a lot of questions, submissions in a lot of different places.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Hold on.
So many sounds sometimes is overwhelming, bro. That is facts.
That is why you gotta have your favorites, your favorite folders, your favorite go-tos. And I always tell people, limit the amount of sounds you have in your favorites folders.
Oh yeah. So you
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, how do you organize your folder of beats? I have all of them in one Logic Pro folder. See, that I don't do that because I feel like I get lost, right? So I do every month I make a new folder, right? And this is for my sessions. Like, so I have a folder for like this month, right? I have all the beats that I made. I have a folder for all the bounces that I made. And then like all the stems, when I just feel like tracking them out as I'm going, sometimes I'll just track out the whole thing and I have all that stuff in there. And when I try to name the beats, I'll put the date, at least the beginning part of the date. Sometimes I don't put the year on there because I don't want people thinking they see 2019 and think that the beat is old, right? So sometimes I'll take that off, right? So I just have like the month, but that way it's like if someone, because when you send the stuff out, somebody will be like, "Hey man, I need that January 7th," you know what I mean? Yes. Whatever the name is, and it's like that makes it so much easier just to go boom, 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 click, and then there you go.
There it is. Yeah. Damn bizzle.
But when I'm shopping out, I make little playlists, right? So say I'm about to like go to a meeting or something, I'm making playlists in iTunes and like we'll do it that way. So that way you could DJ, you know what I mean? You could curate.
I
feel like Elliot Wilson, you know what I mean? I can make the playlists.
Elliot Wilson, no be that. Let's see. In terms of running a business, what are some of the things that you focus on? I don't quite have a business yet, but I'd like to learn how to build one. Well, one of the main things to focus on is marketing. And as a producer and as a creative, that's like the least sexy thing that somebody could tell you. It's like the least sexy thing to do. But you don't want to spend all your time being creative and making these amazing, amazing creations that no one ever gets to hear, or you got to figure out how to get your stuff in front of people. And you got to get a vehicle for your stuff. You know what I mean? Or it's not going to go anywhere. So one of the main things to focus on is marketing for sure.
And I'd say, I mean, it's damn near the same thing, but figure out a profit generating thing at the beginning. I think, yes. I mean, I think people think oh, I'm gonna start a business, but like really nail that down and figure that out first, because all that marketing stuff is going to cost money, and you got to have a way to recoup that money, or at least make something off of that investment. So if like you promoting something that's not going to make you money, then you kind of you're spending money, you don't know how you're going to get it back. So I would do that at the beginning and figure it out.
Great advice. Great advice. Great advice.
Is it an easy way to turn a song into a dance remix?
4 on the floor.
Yeah.
There you go. 4 on the floor drum.
Change that BPM to about 120.
There you go.
130 if you're feeling real, turnt. 140 if it's a festival. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Come on, we out here.
Facts.
Consultation with Sound Oracle helped me get organized.
Man, who said that?
Prentice.
Prentice, yeah, thank you, brother. Yes, indeed.
DJ MacGyver, what up, bro?
My brother's in the building. What up?
MacGyver, one of the ones, man.
Sleeper with the stocks.
He a smart dude, man. He one of the ones, man, where you be like, bro, he pulling off moves, man. I see the stock plays. I'm like, okay, I see, dog.
Yes, sir.
I was a little mad that I missed out on a couple of those. He made some good plays. I saw that. I said, okay, I gotta step my game up, dog. I gotta get back in the game.
Yeah, I'm about to have a call with him this weekend.
Oh yeah, he making some moves, dog.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Beginner's Guide to Sync License and Connected through email. That is one, man. We're gonna get my homeboy on here. I promise. I'm gonna get him on here. We're gonna do an episode, and he will give the best gems
about the sync licenses.
Yeah, because that's what, bro, since I've known him for maybe 10 years, and that's all he's done in like major shows, like every TV show you could think of, CBS, all that stuff. He does a a lot of stuff with them, and got a lot of
Yes.
people on. So we're gonna do that episode soon.
Got you. Okay, we got 2 questions here that are kind of related.
All right,
the first one is, why do you all use acapellas when making beats? Pretty easy answer. It gives you a chance to hear what your beat sounds like with artists over it. It keeps you from adding too much to your beat as you're making it, and it also lets you know good place. It helps with arrangement. You know what I mean? Like if you got acapellas on there, certain drops can go here. The chorus comes in here. I feel like the beats I make using acapellas are 70% better than the beats I make not using acapellas.
Oh, I can't make a beat without it now. That's like every beat. That's
talk about it
nonstop.
Yes indeed. Yeah. And the second question that was kind of related. Wait, nope. Oh, kind of related. Is there a certain technique that you use when you want to change the BPM or key of a beat when you're using an acapella?
What you mean? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, okay. Two schools of thought. Number one, I use Ableton, so that's super just like easy. Super easy. You basically just change whatever you want to change. You just change it, and Ableton will adjust and keep up with you. But even if you're using something that's not even technical, for instance, like I used to do this on MPC 2000. You will have a phrase or something, maybe resample it or chop it up onto 16 pads, and then I would just play the pads on the eighth notes, right. Like a hi-hat, and that way you have control over all the beats, and that, especially slowing stuff down. You can slow stuff down with no problem. You can even speed stuff up to a decent degree and still have everything kind of on time. So if you don't have Ableton or FL Studio or anything fancy that just has automatic time stretch, just consider chopping your stuff up to at least 16 pieces, playing the individual pieces on the eighth notes, and then that way you could tune up or down the pieces in your stuff will still. It's the same theory and the same philosophy as what makes a Rex file a Rex file. That's how work. Yeah.
The only thing about that I would say is it was weird because I think they said they would change the beat to the acapella. And I was like, I just always change the acapella to whatever the key I'm in on the beat. I never change my beat or chord. The only time I change the key of the beat is that like my 808 isn't hidden, right?
Facts.
So sometimes I'll change the pitch because it's like, yo, this 808, I want to use this 808, but it's in the wrong key. Yeah. Because sometimes the key will throw it off. Like it don't be the same.
Yes, indeed. Like, and so that thing is an E. I need that thing in about G.
Yeah,
start ringing out.
So I'll change the key for that, but for the acapella, I just always pick because I'm just using it for a reference. It's not like I'm keeping it in there, right?
That's a good point. So I could tell as they ask that question, they're thinking more from a remix.
Yeah, if it's a remix, yeah. Because sometimes when you pitch to the key, it's too deep, right? But I want to hear how the vocals sit and is like space. That's what I'm looking for. And I just like, bro, I have like 3 or 4 acapellas in there. I'm like taking them in and out. Like I'll mute one for a second, play the beat for like a little while without nothing on there. Then I put it back in like, all right, cool. Everything sounds cohesive. Everything is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey man, 20 acapellas with follow actions after 16 bars. Just start tripping another one. That's all good. Some of them though, like the BPMs be so far off. You're like, whoa, Drake, why you rapping that fast?
Oh yeah.
But for the most part though, so now I have them sectioned off. Kind of like these.
Oh, that's smart.
A certain tempo range, and then these are more like trap joints, so they're gonna be kind of half-timey type.
Right.
And then I just put them. They're still all on one track, but I'll separate the individual sections by 1 or 2 empty cells. So that way, when they switch, they won't trigger to another section.
See, I need to update my acapella. That's probably what I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna add a couple. I added maybe 3, but I need to sit down and make some vibes. Like, all right, this is the vibe. For this vibe, I got these acapellas. For this vibe, I got these. And then group them up like that. I think that's going to be the vibe for me.
That's fire. I'm doing that this weekend with drum patterns. I've been pre-making drum patterns.
That's fire.
Yeah, that shit has come in hella handy, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, hella handy for sure. All right, man. I'm gonna say that is it. We got a couple other questions, but we're gonna have to get to those next week. For sure.
Thanks.
Been doing that since I was 14. Good to know I'm on the right track. I assume they're talking about acapellas.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Okay, listen. I can't do it anymore. It's over.
Done.
It's over. Listen, what you got going on this Memorial Day weekend?
Been trapping 6. No, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling, but yeah, get been trapping 6. Oh, I totally forgot. Memorial Day sale going on theproducerkit.com. Buy one, get one half off. And if you buy anything, you get entered. I'm gonna do a gift card giveaway. Get entered. All you gotta do is buy anything. You buy whatever, you get entered to with a gift card to Producer Kit. So yeah, Memorial Day sale. Get been trapping 6, man.
Facts though. Also, get been trapping 6 for sure. And at soundoracle.net, we have a Memorial Day sale going on. We're actually calling it it's Cook-Up Week this year. We're doing Cook-Up Week. We're doing 30% off sample packs, 30% off courses, and also people seem to love it. They asked to do it again. So everyone that purchases during our Cook-Up Week will qualify to win free products for a year from soundoracle.net. 5 lucky producers will be chosen. All you have to do is participate. Purchase anything from our site between today and June 4th, and you're automatically entered.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So Cook-Up Week, soundoracle.net. Get been trapping 6 at a discount. Get them courses. Really is what you need to do. Get the courses at a discount. And anything else your heart can desire. And that's it for me, man.
Yes, sir.
So listen, if we didn't get to your question, we will definitely get to them next week. I have them right here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all. Air horns, much love to y'all. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Be safe.
Sir.
And
please be safe.
Right. It has been